Hey everybody, this is a Shadowbox and welcome back to more Railroader on the Trains and Planes channel. You can see we have another locomotive. Yes, we have the number 4 joining the fleet here in Whittier, and also at the request of General Forcinator, we have added a whistle to actually both the 3 and the 4. So if I select that, there you go, that's your Baldwin 3 chime. So yeah, we're here in Whittier. It is just me today, no multiplayer, because honestly, I am recording this immediately after finishing editing the last episode, which means I also didn't have time to do a poll or anything like I said I was going to. But there have been some changes that I would like to go over. A new version of the mod pack or mod list is out, version 3.1, and I've changed some things. Here in Whittier, you can see we no longer have DW5 Sawmill. We have TMZ's Sawmill, and that is enhanced by Bjorn's SO&C track extensions. The reason for switching the Sawmill is because we also put in my brand new mod, Vanilla Forestry extensions, and that is unfortunately incompatible with DW5 Sawmill because his Sawmill includes edits to Connolly. So what does Vanilla Forestry Extended do? Basically it just makes the loading tracks longer, so you can park your full day's worth of cars at each siding all at once. There's some other minor changes, like if we go over to Walker, apart from just extending the lower pulpwood, I moved the switch so it makes more sense instead of being like in the middle here with like a spur on the end. That didn't make sense to me, so I did that, and then I extended the switchbacks so we can now get 20 skeleton cars plus a Z46 up the switchbacks, and also extended the runaround for it. And then Hemingway, if we look at Hemingway, can now fit all 9 cars on its siding, and it's a pull-through, so you don't need to block the Hemingway station by running around with your pulpwood cars. So there's that. And all of this is not the focus of the video today. The focus of the video is going to be the changes in Bryson. So let's take a look at those. And you probably already saw the big one here, south of Walker. But at the request of Bjorv, we have gotten rid of Cater's extended repair tracks here, and this is Wilson sulfuric acid, so we're going to be playing with that. Still have the ice cream factory in here. The other big change to Bryson is I've added Cater's hump yard and classification yard. And you can see we already have a bunch of cars here because we are halfway through the day. Well, I shouldn't say halfway through the day. We're halfway through the day's work. And all of this stuff is either destined for one of the industries in Bryson, or Alarka, or Smoky Mountain Logging Hemingway logs. That's another mod by Cater that adds a little logging industry that is like actually an industry, not a captive service industry. And I've gotten another locomotive. Right here, the Bryson Central number 6, the Mastodon, or Manny the Moody Mammoth. I'm not 100% sold on that name, but it was the first thing I thought of instead from Ice Age. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get these cars classified and to their proper industries. We've got some large cuts of cars here to deal with. I think the Mastodon looks really cool. Then by the end of this episode, we should be in a good position to go ahead and buy the extension to Silva. Though honestly, I may wait and do one more day in between because I would like to get some big power for going up the grade to Silva, like a Burke or a C55 or something along those lines. So, we'll see. We're going to Silva soon. And since we're just focusing on this today, all the time-sensitive stuff is done. We've already moved the cross-traffic freight to the interchanges, switched out Ella. I still have to switch out Whittier, but it's not time-sensitive. It can wait. So I'm going to go ahead and take manual control. Oh, and the AI is running the passenger train, and it's just sitting at Bryson until noon. So let's get over to the hump yard and start sorting our cars. Okay, we are lined for the hump. And yeah, I don't think we have that many cars for the logging industry, so that can be the first over the hump. We're not going to do all the switching with the Mastodon today. We are going to use our little 060 for the actual industries at Bryson. We're just going to use the Mastodon here for classification, and then it's going to run the, I'll just say the Alarka Junction cars up. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I didn't mean to completely uncouple it, but oh well. Maybe it'll be fine. It is in fact fine. Going a little faster than I otherwise would have liked, but that's okay. Let's hope I don't bin it. Or maybe you guys are hoping I do bin it. Content. Bryson team is going to go all the way to the end. So, yep. And now we've got Appalachian hardwoods that can go on the following track. Then we'll get Bryson ice cream on the next track. And then these next two look like they're for the sulfuric acid. Didn't mean to crest the hill with the locomotive, but that's okay. I had to get the thumbnail. Come on. And we'll let this scoot on down. That's good enough. Alright, let's run to the other side of the cars. See which cut I want to get next. Alright, here's our next set of cars. Freight house, hardwoods, ice cream, coaling tower. And that is lots of sulfuric acid. Okay. Let's get them down to the hump. Alright, now we're actually dropping cars on top of other cars, so now is when it can get a little bit dicey. That should be okay. Alright, and now we've got ice cream, hardwoods, and freight house. Okay. So just reverse of what we already got going. Okay, easy enough. Alright, that's ice cream, hardwoods. Was that freight house? Oh, that's team track. Okay. And team track and freight house can go on the same. Okay. I could have kicked the coal tower car down here too, but it is what it is. Can stop there, that's fine. Sorry, I'm still, I mean, I don't have the flu anymore, but my voice is still a little bit rough sometimes. Okay. And this is just coal cars and wood cars, so easy enough. In fact, we don't even really need to use the hump for these, but we will for the fun. Though honestly, I don't think all these Alarka cars are going to fit on this track here. So I think I'm going to send them down here. So I think I'm going to use this classification yard here at Walker pretty frequently. And the yard at Bryson is basically just going to be for Bryson's Industries and the switchers. The actual train building is going to take place here. Oh yeah, there's no way this would fit on that other cut there, or on that other siding there, on top of the other cut. This is barely gonna fit in this siding. And that should take it up over the hill. I'm going to stop the engine on the hill in a very dumb way. Excuse me. Is that going to be enough to carry it clear? Probably not. I should have picked a longer track for this cut of cars here. Oh well. It's okay. I guess I'm just going to change my plans, and I was just going to pull the Bryson cars out and leave the other cars in here for pickup later. But I think I'm going to do it opposite. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to grab these 3 cuts of cars here and get them on an outbound track. This is quite a consist. We got to get this up the grade to Alarka Junction. Maybe I should have bought a bigger locomotive than the Mastodon. We will take a look at the locomotives at the end of this episode for you guys to decide which one you want. I will let you pick. We are going to need bigger mainline power to get up the grade at Silva, and I'm planning on next episode to have Silva unlocked and do our first runs down there. So we're going to have to take a look at what our next motive power is going to be. I don't want to go straight to, the super big locomotives right away. We kind of might need to, but I would like to try to limit it to like Berkshire or smaller. We'll see. I think a Berk would be able to handle this stuff up to Silva, but we just might need to upgrade soon. Okay, good. We do fit in the track. I was worried that we weren't going to. I think having the sorting yard away from Bryson like this is also going to help with frame rates in Bryson. course, it's not going to help with frame rates when we're dragging all the cars here from interchange, but, you know. Alright, back to the classification yard, and we'll get the Bryson cars hauled over to Bryson. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get these stacked in any kind of logical sense. Most of the industries in Bryson you have to push the cars onto, including Appalachian hardwoods. So this is the coal tower car. It can just be thrown on the back and that's fine. There we go. And now I think I'm going to grab the team track and freight house. Alright, there we go. That's our train put together for Bryson, the Bryson Industries. Quite a lot more cars than normal at Tier 2. Alright guys, this episode is going to be more about the industries than about running on the road, so I'm going to get these cars over to Bryson and I will pick up the video when we arrive there. Alright guys, here we are in Bryson. We're taking the number 5 out of the roundhouse, and you can see the number 6 is running back to the hump yard on AI after getting water, because it's going to go ahead and take up the Alarka Junction cars while we're working on sorting. We're going to have to run them through Main 2, because obviously the passenger train's still sitting on Main 1 with a totally full load. It's kind of funny, the passengers show up so early even though the train doesn't depart until noon. I suppose instead of having that one train sit and wait until noon, I should put in a new train on the timetable and then they'd probably not sit and wait so long. It's probably not a bad idea. Do like 118.5 or something. Alright, I think I'm going to run to the other side of the cut of cars first. And we'll take care of, like, the team track and the freight house and the ice cream factory. And then we'll run up, take care of sulfuric acid and Appalachian hardwoods. Seems like a good plan to me. Oh, is the 6 gonna get stuck at the signal? It's because that switch is open. Alright, do I have the freight house first? I do. Excellent. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run the freight house car up here, drop the coal car here, and then take the rest, take the ice cream cars and the other and the freight house car, or sorry, the team track car at the same time. Almost slammed into the coal hopper. It wouldn't have been the end of the world because it's our coal hopper. It's not like we would lose money or anything for it, but I'm glad I didn't. Alright, and I'm just going to kick this car quite forcibly to the freight house. Oh, okay, that was close. Whew, okay, yep, that was a close one. I'll tie in the air here. And you're going to road mode. See you later, alligator. Make sure that you're lined out of here. And lined for the second main, please. And all good through there to there. Perfect. All right, back to the 5. And ice cream, Appalachian hardwood. So that's where we're breaking. And of course, now we have to wait for the number 6 to come through on the second main. So I doubt we can get... Well... Send it. Let's go, 5. Light the fire. I guess I should say stoke the fire. The fire's already lit, otherwise you would not be moving. He's crossing the bridge. Oh, he's stopped. I don't know why he stopped. Because he's being a good railroader, that's why. Oh no, we're still going. Alright, let's see what we got here. UL2 is first. And there is a car sitting there already, and it is ready to be pulled out. Is everything here ready to be pulled out? No. Only 3 cars. Alright, well, let's go grab that car out of 2 first. Actually, I'm going to do this maybe a little bit goofily, but it'll work. Well, no, there's not really a good way to do this, I guess. Okay. There goes the 6. Now this is for UL1, which does not have a car in it. And that's good for that one. We'll pull this car out. Probably just fling it down on top of that tank car, to be honest. I am doing this in such a weird way. I fully recognize that. Okay, so this is our empty. Failed. Failed kicking. What a loser. Okay. Alright, here's the loading track. Oh, more brakes. More brakes! Okay, whew. Don't want to damage the ice cream. Alright, so I'm just going to kick the empty on top of the stack of empties we have on the third track. And then kick the rest down to where they need to be. Or I guess it's not an empty, this one's actually a load. Kicking a load of ice cream. Perfect stop that time. Alright, just gonna stash these on the siding. They don't need to go very far. Alright, and let's grab the empties. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I grab the empties, I'm going to switch around the order of the cars here so I can just punt this car onto the house track. Oh, actually, is there a car on the track? Oh, there's not. Perfect. Dang, this 060 scoots. Guess it's got, you know, no weight it's trying to pull. It's running light engine as a tank engine. Right, there's this one. Lots of shuffling around at the ice cream factory today. Alright, let's go send this flying at the face of our passenger train. Oh, and the number 6 is arriving at the Hemingway siding. So we'll get this car kicked over, then we'll jump up to the number 6 and deal with that. Deal with that? I don't know why I'm talking like that. We'll get up to the number 6 and deal with those cars, and then we'll come back for the sulfuric acid factory. But first, we have a car that needs punting. Alright, 5, you can just take an auto engineer up to here, please. Alright, and that's the number 6 at the stop signal. And there's our team track car spotted. Let's go take a look at the 6. Alright, we will do that. We'll switch you to... Actually, I'll manually run you around, because the signals are going to give you trouble. Didn't use that much coal up here. Good. I didn't refill the coal when I refilled the water. I don't know how much of a struggle the empty hoppers would be for the Mastodon. I didn't check to see if we fully fit in the siding. This could be a problem. Oh, that's the station. The station's like halfway. We should be fine. Famous last words. The station is not halfway. We are not fine. Brakes. Alright, I'm gonna get this corrected. We'll be right back. My gosh, you guys, this train barely fits on this siding. It's fouling the signal on the other side. Alright. We're definitely gonna need to have a dedicated train just for Robinson Gap Coal in the future. It's not gonna make it on the Bryson local. Not enough room. All right. $12 cars for this Great Smoky Mountain logging. Alright, so here we are coming up on the switch for Great Smoky Mountain logging at Hemingway. And the Hemingway siding is just around the bend there. It's not that far. We have 12 cars for this industry at Tier 2. wonder how many are going to fit on this track. We're going to get the full cut on one side. That would be encouraging. I don't want to switch this out a whole lot at higher tiers. I think it's going to be just too long. Yeah, literally 2 cars. Good amount of money, though. Alright, there we go. That's Smoky Mountain logging service for the first time. So let's get the 6 to run on back to its cars. Let's go see what the 5 is up to. Alright, 5. We can break this up a little bit so we have an East-Witt track and a Bryson interchange track. So you go ahead and do that for me, and I'm going to go back to the 6 because that red signal is going to give him trouble. Alright, 6, and we're going to line you, so you come around like that. Perfect. And that got switched back. Yes, it did. There we go. Alright, 6, you can go ahead and get back on road mode and get ready to run around your cars again to push up to Alarka. Or Robinson Gap Coal, rather. 5, what do we have going on with you? Drop that East-Witt car. And I'll go ahead and take manual control of you again. And we'll just kick that West Bryson interchange car on top of the other track. Doesn't seem to be going too fast, right? Maybe a bit. Too much. Get out and push! There we go. Oh, whoops, I want to be on the other side of these cars. I forgot because of the sulfuric acid industry, which I have never switched before. And oh, I forgot about my rule of starting each industry at tier 1 for this playthrough. I started these new industries today at tier 2. Oh well. I'll try to remember in the future. Alright, what kind of trouble can we get up to with sulfuric acid? I think I am just going to leave the Appalachian cars back here. And we'll just take the sulfuric acid cars for now. We'll switch the sulfuric acid industry really quick, and then we'll go deal with those Robinson Gap coal cars. Make sure our switches are set appropriately. And of course, there has to be one spur that's difficult. I don't know which one that is. Okay, so the output is there. Ah, the iron output is the one that's up front there. Alright, yep, iron output's there. And the output's up there. Okay. So we should be able to Dutch drop it on top of that track there fairly easily. It just means it's actually not in my best interest to kick these tank cars. Alright, those guys are good. Let's go ahead and cut the air on this guy. And we'll start rolling forward. Should be good. Beautiful. There we go. Pyrite is the siding. Nitrate is the back. Oh, perfect. All right, let's get these guys kicked. another potential thumbnail. Alright. Kick you. And we don't really need to kick this one. We should be in the spot already. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful. I do like this little industry. Good recommendation, Bjorv. Alright guys, and unfortunately I am actually out of time, so we're not going to get to switch all of Bryson today, but we did see the new industries. We saw sulfuric acid. Obviously we played with the ice cream factory before, but always a good time to switch that out. We saw Cater's Smoky Mountain Logging Hemingway branch, and of course we saw Cater's Walker classification yard. So I'm unfortunately going to need to park up the locomotive here and finish this session another day because I have to work tonight, so I need to get to bed. However, I did remember what I said about taking a look at the engines, so let's go ahead and do that really quick. We're just going to go mode sandbox. And I think the three options I want to give you guys, the big option is going to be the Berkshire. And then it's not as big, but I think it actually has more power. Where is it? Locomotives only, please. Western Maryland H9280. So, not as physically large as the Berkshire, but I do believe it has more tractive effort. And then, excuse me. And then the other option would be the C55. I don't want to go straight to like the, I don't want to go straight, that's not the C, yes it is, okay. Oh yeah, there was a model update. So anyway, the C55, which I believe is the weakest out of the three, but still a large upgrade to what we have. The Berkshire, which is just, you know, the Berkshire, or the Western Maryland H9, which I think is the most powerful of the three. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think should be our new freight locomotive. This is also going to be posted on the Discord. And until next time, guys, I'm a Shadowbox, and you have a good one.